You better not think you'll get to rest during the holidays.
Karen, I already declined this request.
What's that supposed to mean? I'm just giving you a reminder.
I appreciate the heads up, but as I mentioned before, I won't be able to help.
Our house is the main family home, so we'll have lots of guests. How can the daughter-in-law not help?
I completely understand the tradition, but my situation is different this year. I just gave birth 3 days ago. My body won't be recovered in 2 weeks.
Is that your excuse? This is why young women these days are so disappointing.
I'm following my doctor's orders for recovery. It's not an excuse.
Doctors these days coddle new mothers too much. Back in my day, women got up immediately after giving birth to do housework.
Medical knowledge has advanced since then. We now understand postpartum recovery better.
Are you calling me old? How disrespectful!
Never mind.
That's right. You should think before speaking to your mother-in-law that way.
Just so you know, medical professionals say women who've given birth experience trauma equivalent to a car accident. Don't you think it's a bit harsh to expect someone in that condition to work?
Car accident? You're being so dramatic. All you did was give birth.
All I did? Do you have any idea what my body went through?
Every woman goes through it. You're not special. Anyway, you need to prepare food for 30 people.
30 people? You never mentioned that many before.
Well, the guest list grows every year. That's family for you. That's final. No more complaints.
Karen, let's think this through. Everyone knows I just gave birth. What will your relatives think if I'm slaving over meals instead of caring for my newborn?
They all think like I do. They'll think you are a dedicated daughter-in-law fulfilling your duties. Everyone understands that the main family's daughter-in-law works harder than anyone.
I doubt that. Times have changed since you were a new daughter-in-law.
Not in our family, they don't.
In fact, Uncle Bob sent a card saying I shouldn't worry about showing up and should rest instead. He even included a gift for the baby.
Uncle Bob? He would never say that. He's traditional, just like me.
The card is sitting on my counter. I can send you a picture if you'd like. And Nancy called specifically to tell me I don't need to listen to anything you say.
That can't be true. Nancy's famous for tormenting her daughters-in-law.
I was surprised too. She said she's been reflecting on her behavior lately. I guess she's had a change of heart. Think about it. If I'm working while recovering from childbirth, who will everyone blame?
Me, obviously.
Exactly. You don't want to be seen as the villain, do you?
Of course not. My reputation in the family is important. But still, tradition is tradition. You can't just ignore it.
The era you grew up in certainly treated women differently. You must have suffered quite a bit yourself.
I really did. My mother-in-law was absolutely terrible. She made me scrub the floors the day after I gave birth to Tyler.
That sounds awful. I'm so sorry you went through that.
So you see why it's important to follow tradition?
Shouldn't we break that negative cycle now?
What do you mean?
If you suffered, why make me suffer too? Shouldn't we create better traditions for future generations?
You might be right. I never thought about it that way. Wait, I almost fell for it. You're lying about Bob and Nancy, aren't you?
Ah, you caught me.
I knew it! How dare you try to manipulate me? Our entire family consists of people who live to torment their daughters-in-law. Nobody would sympathize with you.
I see.
Anyway, you have 2 weeks to recover, so start making shopping lists and recipes for 30 people.
2 weeks isn't sufficient recovery time according to my doctor.
You'll be fine. Start cooking on December 30th, so you'll need to pull 2 all-nighters.
All-nighters? With a newborn who needs feeding every 2 to 3 hours?
Bring the baby with you. I'll look after her while you cook. Make sure you eat well to keep up your strength.
You realize I'll barely get any sleep. That's impossible.
Nothing is impossible when you put your mind to it. This is your first New Year's as part of our family. I can't tell everyone my daughter-in-law is useless. Think about my position.
I am thinking about multiple positions here. Yours, mine, and most importantly, my baby's. Just so you know, your son agrees with me. He's also crazy about our baby, even though she's only a few days old. I don't think he'd allow this.
Ha! My son knows better than to contradict his mother. Tyler has always been such a good, obedient boy. Just manipulate him.
I don't manipulate my husband. We have an honest relationship. That lie would be obvious immediately.
You're missing out on valuable married woman skills. Just make sure you're here. Got it? It's past noon on December 30th. Why aren't you here yet? I told you preparations start today or we won't finish in time.
Oh, is it the 30th already? The days blur together with a newborn. You did say that.
Then you should be here. I've been waiting since morning.
I never said I was coming.
What? So you haven't done the shopping either?
Nope.
Are you serious right now? I told all the relatives my daughter-in-law was preparing an amazing feast. What are we supposed to do now? There's no way we'll finish in time.
I'm sorry you built expectations without confirming with me.
Are you telling me I have to do the shopping and preparations myself?
You could always order catering. It's not too late. I wouldn't say you have to, but I was hoping you would.
How dare you! You're abandoning your duties as a daughter-in-law. Don't think you can remain part of this family.
That's a rather extreme reaction to me prioritizing my health and my newborn.
What does Tyler say about this?
I haven't told him anything.
Why not? Are you hiding things from him?
No need to hide. There's nothing to tell. Because I'm sure he agrees with me. We're planning to have a quiet New Year's celebration.
A quiet celebration? That's not how our family does things. Do you think my son's wife can get away with this?
This isn't about getting away with anything. It's about making reasonable choices. I think I already am, and I'm acting accordingly.
My son would never approve of this behavior. I've never had a daughter-in-law who wouldn't listen to me. You'll regret this.
I hope we can move past this and have a positive relationship someday.
Hey, did you promise my mom something? She called me really angry. I'm still at work and really don't need this.
She's upset that I'm not helping with New Year's preparations. Did she explain why I can't? She wants me to prepare for 30 relatives coming over for New Year's.
Yeah, she mentioned that. Is that really such a big deal? Mom said you promised to help and then backed out.
That's not what happened. I never agreed to it in the first place.
Well, you'll have to help her.
Excuse me?
It's important to my family.
I just gave birth to our child. Doesn't that matter to you?
Our family gets packed during New Year's. It's a tradition. I remember Mom crying in the kitchen every year saying she was scared of the holidays coming.
That does sound difficult for her.
Yeah, it's been tough on her all these years. Dad never helps much. I know it's tough, but I need you to understand.
And knowing that, you still want me to go? Do you realize what you're asking of me?
It's been what, 2 weeks since you gave birth? You should be fine. My cousin Sarah was back at work a week after giving birth. You're cooking normal meals at home, so it's the same thing.
Wow. First, I'm barely managing to heat up the meals your sister dropped off. Second, there's a huge difference between making a sandwich and cooking for 30 people.
That's a bit dramatic, don't you think?
That's not it. I'm genuinely upset. I thought you were a loving husband. A good dad who would help with the baby. I've truly felt that way these past weeks.
Thanks. I am trying my best here.
But that feeling just completely vanished.
Why? What did I do?
Prioritizing your mother's traditions over your wife's health and your newborn's well-being. I can't believe you don't understand why.
You're not making any sense. Did I say something wrong?
If you have to ask, that's part of the problem.
Look, just help my mom this once and I'll make it up to you.
Fine. I'll handle your family's New Year's celebration.
Great! I knew you understand. I'll be there too and can help with the baby.
got to be kidding. You want to keep our baby in a room full of cigarette smoke?
What do you mean?
Your Uncle Jim smokes nonstop, and so do several of your cousins, remember?
Not that bad. They can smoke outside. I grew up around smokers and I turned out fine.
And what about your Aunt Marge's perfume that gives everyone headaches? And the constant noise level? Well, your precious daughter can smell like cigarettes when you get back.
Wait, I hadn't thought about that. Maybe you're right about the baby. Do whatever you want.
What does that mean?
Nothing. Forget I said anything. Hey, why aren't you responding? Are you mad or something?
Can't you tell? Where exactly was I supposed to get mad? When you compared me to your cousin? When you dismissed my medical recovery? Or when you threatened me not to complain? My pelvis and back hurt, but I'll do my best. See you later.
You're making me feel guilty now. Actually, don't worry about it. Just rest at home.
No, that's okay. The fire's been lit and I can't put it out myself now. Your mother expects a full spread and that's what she'll get. Good luck at work. I'll be busy preparing New Year's for strangers.
Have you started preparing yet?
Please don't say or do anything until I'm done.
What? What kind of request is that? I was planning to check the menu and taste everything for you.
I have my own way of doing things. I'd rather work independently. Please don't do anything unnecessary.
Checking food quality isn't unnecessary. What's with that attitude? Are you planning something? Try that in front of the relatives and I'll drag you around in front of everyone.
Please do. That would certainly make an impression on the family. Then I'll return the favor and drag you around too.
Are you threatening me? Why are you being so defiant?
Your son just showed his true colors. How would you feel if someone you thought was on your side suddenly turned out to be against you?
That's what happened to me just a few hours ago. Don't bring your marital problems into this. Your personal drama has nothing to do with our New Year's celebration.
It has everything to do with it. He chose your traditions over his wife and child. But you're right. I understand.
As long as you understand. Just make sure everything is perfect. My reputation is at stake. I was worried because I haven't seen any activity. New Year's is the day after tomorrow.
I can read a calendar, thanks.
Don't get smart with me. You seem like a completely different person.
People change when they see others for who they really are. I was being overly nice because you were important to someone I care about.
That hasn't changed, has it? Tyler is still your husband and my son.
The important person part is gone now.
What? Did you fight with Tyler?
How can you be so casual when you caused this?
It's my fault? All I did was uphold family traditions. Either way, the wife should apologize to the husband. You should know better than to fight with your husband. A woman's job and purpose in life is to support her man.
Wow. Is that what you teach your son about marriage? No wonder he acts the way he does. I never expected to hear support your man from someone who treats her husband like an insect.
How dare you? My husband and I have a perfectly normal relationship. Listen, when you've been married as long as I have, you stop being so formal. I was an obedient wife in the beginning, too.
I've seen how you order your husband around and criticize him in front of everyone. I've never heard a less convincing statement.
That's different. We've been married for 35 years. Just make sure everything's ready as promised.
Yes, ma'am.
Finally, some respect. What is going on here?
Do you like it?
There are catering staff everywhere. Our house looks like a hotel buffet. And why is there a sushi chef here?
That's Takeshi. He's one of the top sushi chefs in the city. Please order whatever sushi you'd like.
This is outrageous. I never asked for all this. Where are the traditional dishes?
There are traditional options at the back table. The chef prepared those as well. You said you wanted everything handled perfectly. There's no way I could cook for 30 people with my housekeeping skills, so I outsourced it.
This is completely inappropriate for a family gathering. How much did this cost?
Quality service doesn't come cheap. You can look forward to the invoice.
This is not funny. We're not paying for this. And why aren't you here?
Did you really expect me to drive with a 3-week-old baby? Are you seriously suggesting I travel 2 hours with a 3-week-old baby? If so, you should see a doctor.
Don't be ridiculous. 2 hours isn't that long. It's not like you'd be taking her into a crowd.
Have you forgotten about influenza season, RSV, the common cold? Newborns under 1 month have 1/3 the immune resistance of adults. It would be dangerous if she caught something from your relatives.
These are just family members. They're not carrying diseases.
Please don't equate family relationships with viral immunity.
You're impossible. The relatives are starting to arrive and I can't deal with this right now.
How are the relatives reacting?
Well, everyone's enjoying it. They're especially impressed by the sushi chef. They're saying this makes a nice change.
See? It's all good. Everyone's happy, and I didn't endanger my health or the baby's.
But I never said money was no object. This must have cost a fortune.
Don't worry. It's coming from your son's savings.
Oh, Tyler approved this?
Course not. He'd never approve spending $10,000.
$10,000?
Yep. Premium service costs premium prices. You told me to do it, so I did.
I never told you to spend that kind of money. There are limits.
You didn't specify any budget constraints when you ordered me to handle everything. Limits vary from person to person. He's enjoying sushi without knowing he's paying for it. I bet it would taste different if he knew.
Does he know the cost yet?
Not yet. I thought I'd let him enjoy the party first.
This isn't funny. This is financial sabotage.
How am I getting yelled at for doing what I was told? You said the holiday preparations were a burden and the daughter-in-law should handle them, so I figured this out.
Who would ever expect you to go this far? This isn't what I meant, and you know it.
It's too late to argue about it now. Just enjoy the fancy food.
I can't even swallow. Where are you right now?
At home.
With the baby?
Yes, my dad, mom, and sister are visiting us.
What? So your family gets to see the baby, but we don't? I wanted to show off my grandbaby to the relatives.
My child isn't your new designer handbag. She's a vulnerable newborn who needs protection.
That's not fair. I'm her grandmother.
You could have chosen to come to our house. Instead, you insisted on a massive gathering with 30 people during flu season.
But I always thought the daughter-in-law should help with her in-laws' New Year's celebrations. It's tradition.
I believe everyone deserves to be treated with dignity, daughter-in-law or not. I was raised with love by my parents, so I shouldn't be treated like a slave.
Nobody's treating you like a slave. But that's just how it is. That's what being a daughter-in-law means.
I see. Keep chanting that mantra for the rest of your life. Enjoy your New Year's. Goodbye.
We had a family meeting. We've decided to give you another chance. The family discussed your behavior yesterday. We'll judge whether you're suitable as our daughter-in-law based on next year's New Year celebration.
You had a meeting about me without me? Please don't make me a topic of discussion when I'm not present.
You should be grateful there's a second chance after such a failure. The sushi chef was impressive, but it wasn't traditional.
The guests seemed to enjoy it based on what you told me. I don't consider it a failure, and I'm not asking for forgiveness.
What are you saying? Are you refusing our generous offer?
Where's my husband? He said he'd be back by the morning of January 2nd after making an appearance.
He's resting after all the excitement. Are you not even going to give your husband a holiday break? He works so hard all year.
I'm doing 24/7 childcare with barely any rest.
That's what mothers do. It's natural. My son can't come home today. He's been drinking since morning.
You're kidding me. I told him we needed to talk about something important, but now he's saying he'll relax for a week before coming home.
He deserves to unwind with his old friends.
That's different from what we agreed.
If your parents are there, they can help with the baby.
This is Tyler and my child. We should both be responsible for taking care of her.
Are you seriously expecting a man to do childcare and housework? That's women's work. In my generation, husbands worked outside the home and wives took care of the house. That was common sense.
Another old-fashioned story? We're living in the 21st century.
Some traditions are worth preserving. Even in the good old days, there were things worth learning.
Not from you, there aren't.
What a disrespectful daughter-in-law. I've never been spoken to like this.
Please tell your precious son. Take all the time he needs.
What are you planning?
Nothing, just giving him space to unwind, as you put it.
I will, whether you say so or not. Don't get lazy just because it's New Year's and your parents are helping. The baby still needs her mother.
Thank you for your meaningless, unhelpful words.
How ungrateful can you be? You're nothing but sarcasm.
Right back at you.
This attitude won't help your marriage. Come show me the baby when things calm down.
No way.
Such an infuriating daughter-in-law. You'll regret this behavior.
Amanda, I'm home! Why aren't you at the house?
It took you long enough to notice.
So you're angry I stayed at my parents for a week? I couldn't help it. It's the holidays. Everyone wanted to see me. Mom kept insisting I stay.
What did you just say?
Mom made me stay? She said I need to give you time to cool down.
This is ridiculous.
What's that mean? It's the truth. Whatever.
The fact that you were at your mom's is a lie to begin with.
Huh? What do you mean?
You think I don't know anything?
No what? I don't understand what you're talking about. What are you talking about? I was just relaxing at my parents'.
Interesting. Your mother told me you were with your high school friends. I exchanged contacts with Nancy Smith's daughter-in-law.
Oh. So what if I hung out with friends? It's the holidays.
You ate the sushi made by the chef on New Year's Day and then left your parents' house. But I heard your car wasn't there after that.
I took Mom shopping for the New Year's sales. She wanted to get some discounted decorations for next year.
Let's see what you bought then.
Why are you interrogating me like this? You don't need to go that far. I was busy catching up with hometown friends and other stuff.
After spending $10,000 on New Year's Day, I don't think you could afford to waste money elsewhere.
Huh? What are you talking about?
The catering service? The sushi chef? Ring any bells? So your mom didn't tell you about the sushi chef. I wondered why you weren't complaining.
Don't tell me all that food and stuff. Was that expensive? Cost $10,000? My money?
That's right. You told me to help, so I did. I thought you'd noticed the withdrawal by now.
Nobody said to go that extravagant. How could you spend that much without asking me?
So you'd prefer your exhausted wife to work for free? While you're out doing whatever it is you've been doing?
Well, yeah, that's normal. I need money from my girlfriend. Oh. I didn't mean to say that. I was joking.
You seem confused about something. There's no evidence that person exists. Your car's location is visible on my phone. My dad went to check, and guess where it was?
What are you talking about? Are you spying on me?
Seriously? How was the hotel that you stayed at during New Year's? Meanwhile, I was sleep-deprived, getting up every 3 hours, while my husband was nowhere to be found.
It's not what you think. I'm sorry. I made a mistake. It won't happen again. Mom's in on this too, right?
What do you mean, in on this?
She knows about, the affair.
She told me you were relaxing at her house. She didn't tell me about this. I had no idea you were with another woman.
So my mother basically proved my affair?
Wait, your mother knew and she didn't tell me? You and your mom are the absolute worst.
I didn't know she knew. She's already furious that I married a woman like you.
Sorry for being a woman like me. What exactly does that mean?
No, that's not what I meant. She just thinks you're too independent and don't respect traditions.
I think I'll discuss what kind of woman your mom prefers.
Don't do that. You'll never win a verbal battle with her.
Watch me. This is Amanda. I must say, your motherly love is impressive. Covering up your son's affair and lying to his wife to protect him.
How did you find out? Tyler told you?
Modern cars have GPS. We installed it as an anti-theft measure, but it turned out to be useful in an unexpected way.
You were tracking him? That's an invasion of privacy. No wonder he needed space from you.
So you knew all along?
So what? Men will be men. It's natural.
Oh, you're not even going to deny it?
Why would I? It's not a big deal. Getting upset over a little affair is pathetic. It shows a man's virility. Women in the past endured their husbands having mistresses.
Is that so? Were you one of those understanding wives? Didn't you once storm into your husband's lover's house with a kitchen knife when you discovered his affair?
Who told you about that ancient history? That was completely different.
I'm connected with several daughters-in-law from your relatives. We share everything from old stories to the latest gossip.
You've been gossiping about me behind my back? So daughters-in-law need to gang up just to function? Pathetic. I understand you're upset about the affair, but you need to forgive him. After all, my husband and I have managed all these years.
You mean after you threatened his mistress with a knife? That's your outcome, not something you should force on me.
It worked, didn't it? We're still married. So what will you do? Will you be satisfied if you get compensation from the other woman?
That's a given, but I'm filing for divorce.
What? You can't be serious. You just got married.
And he just cheated, which is worse. Your love for your son is so deep it's like a labyrinth. You should get that checked.
Don't be ridiculous. All men stray occasionally. Has Tyler agreed?
I haven't told him yet, but it's not up for debate.
Don't divorce him. He made one little mistake. Think of how it will look to people. What will everyone say about our family? I haven't even held my first grandchild yet.
You're more concerned about appearances than your son's behavior? I feel sorry you won't get to smell that special newborn scent.
This is so unfair. I've been waiting to bond with my granddaughter. I'll scold Tyler properly. I'll make sure he never does it again.
Your scolding won't fix this. He made his choice.
He's young and foolish. All men make mistakes.
You seem to think your son is the only cause of the divorce.
Isn't he? He's the one who had the affair.
No, you're responsible for a large part of it too.
Me? What did I do? I've only tried to maintain family traditions.
Search your messages for New Year's preparations, and you'll see all your unreasonable demands.
That's ridiculous. Those were perfectly normal requests. You didn't come anyway and hired a sushi chef. And you paid with my son's money, so you didn't suffer at all.
I managed to avoid the situation this year by thinking quickly. But I can easily imagine the same exchange happening again next year.
Next year would be completely different. By then, your child will be 1 year old, so you'll have more flexibility.
See, that thinking is exactly why this won't work. You're already planning next year's demands without considering my feelings at all. Why should I accept unreasonable demands just because we're family? Why should I sacrifice my body and mind to serve my in-laws just because I'm a daughter-in-law?
Because that's how families work. That's tradition.
Does getting married and changing my status to daughter-in-law mean I lose my human rights? Is your house some kind of lawless territory?
Don't be so dramatic. I never went that far. I just expect a certain level of respect and duty.
Respect is earned, not demanded because of a title. I will protect what's important to me with everything I have. I consider my family important, and I acted with my child's safety as the top priority. If you can't understand that, we'll never have a relationship.
Such an overreaction. You're throwing away a marriage over this. But a daughter-in-law is an immature existence. You should listen to your mother-in-law to grow into a proper adult.
With all due respect to someone who's lived nearly 60 years, give me a break.
How dare you? Who do you think you're talking to?
No matter how many times I explain, you think you're superior just because you're a mother-in-law, and you ignore the human rights of daughters-in-law. I'm talking to the mother-in-law, obviously.
You're the most disrespectful daughter-in-law I've ever encountered. I can't believe this.
People with outdated views like you should stay in the countryside, obsessing over New Year's traditions. Sure, some old customs and traditions are important, but we're dealing with immediate concerns right now. While caring for a life that could be in danger if we look away, I don't have time to listen to an old person's petty lectures or idealistic theories.
This is outrageous. How dare you speak to your mother-in-law like that? Don't you respect your elders?
Age alone doesn't command respect. I don't automatically respect someone just because they're older. I judge whether someone deserves respect based on their thoughts and experiences.
You can't even speak politely? What kind of upbringing did you have? What a disrespectful woman!
It's not that I can't. I'm choosing not to. Because you don't deserve it.
You'll regret speaking to me this way. My head is spinning with anger.
Well, enjoy looking forward to your precious son bringing home his next wife.
He'll find someone better suited to our family. Yes, if he has someone he likes now, she'll be his next wife. Someone who understands family duty. Then I can raise her to be a proper daughter-in-law. She'll give us lots of grandchildren, too. Unlike you, who can't even handle one baby.
Don't talk about it like it's as easy as laying eggs. Pregnancy and childbirth are serious medical events.
Women have been doing it for thousands of years. I'll make sure he chooses a wife who doesn't talk back like you.
Good luck finding someone willing to put up with this family dynamic. I should pray no more victims fall into this trap.
Once you're gone, he'll find someone who appreciates our traditions. When you're gone, our family will flourish. Just watch.
Tyler finally realized how toxic his mother was when he noticed that everyone he dated broke up with him within a week of meeting her. Apparently, she would interview them like job applicants and even test their cooking skills by making them peel taro roots. Who would marry into that? Tyler stopped visiting his parents and ignored his mother's calls. She aged rapidly and was bedridden by the next New Year's. Our divorce went to mediation but was finalized successfully. I received $20,000 in alimony and $100,000 in child support. Of course, I also made the other woman pay $15,000 in damages. By the way, the daughter-in-law at the Smith house, inspired by me, finally turned the tables on her mother-in-law. I'm staying with my parents while looking for a job. Being a single mother will have its challenges, but I'm determined to live as a mother who won't spoil her son or interfere with his future wife.
What are we going to do about dinner tonight? You better be making it this time. Last time you were on a business trip, and you never were home to do any of the chores. Do you think it's a good time for you to stop trying to piss me off all the time?
Do you think you can stop talking to me like that? You've always been talking to me like that, and it's already made me more than unhappy with you.
Why should I? It's my right as the man of this house to be able to boss you around however I'd like.
Sure, but I'm telling you that I hate it, so would you stop? And also, when I'm around the house, I'll do my best to get any chores done for us. But recently, I've been very busy with work and haven't had much time to be home to take care of things. So I want you to show a little understanding with that.
Understanding? What are you talking about, Anna? Why would you want that from me when it's your fault that your work is busy?
What do you mean by that?
Your work and me have nothing to do with one another, right? You're my wife! And so, the only relation anything has with me is you doing your job here, in the house. But if you can't do that, would you rather us get divorced? You know dang well that if you were divorced by me, you'd be screwed!
You said the same thing yesterday, that you were filling out the paperwork, right? Were you being serious? Do you think it's okay to think of that even when you're not as upset with me?
I just want to let you know that I can have you thrown out of here whenever I please. And if it does happen, I want it to be quick for us. After all, a woman like you is barely of any use to me. So, if you continue to not get the housework done for me, then throwing you on the streets should be enough to teach you a lesson.
Even though I have a job of my own that pays about the same pay as you? And I'm working it just as much as you do. I've been getting most of the housework done, right? What I'm trying to say is that you don't even bother to do anything to help at the house like I do. Yet, even with you giving nothing to our relationship, you sit there whining and complaining about all the hard work I've done.
You call it complaining, but to me, it's trying to get you to do your job. After all, it's well known that all the housework needs to be done by the wife. So could you stop trying to blame me for doing what's right? But if you can't seem to get a handle on things, I'll just have to throw you away before you make me too embarrassed. Well, life would be a lot better without you around, you pain-in-the-butt wife.
Well, if you're gonna go as far as that, then maybe we are finished. I understand what you want now, so I'm quitting my job as your wife.
Oh, you're really going to quit now? Well, maybe if you stop talking back to me like this all the time, you'd have time to think about why I'm right. Do your job from now on. You have to make sure you do as your husband says. I mean, that's the only reason I married you in the first place, Anna.
Well, you make a good point. I'm at the point now where I can't even think of anything besides my understanding of you, Bryce. So, that's what we'll do then?
Go ahead! This better mean you listen to everything now, right?
No, that's not what I was talking about, but I'm saying that I'll do as you've asked so that I can make you happy. And so, that's what I'm gonna do.
Alright, alrighty, just get home right now. If you have enough time to talk to me like this, then you must be finished with your work over there. So hurry home now! I need my dinner!
When I'm finished with my work, I'll come home. That's what everyone does, right? I'll see you later.
I'm not going to ask this again. Will you please stop screwing around?
Huh? What are you on about?
How long are you going to be overseas for work? Do you really think I'm fine with you being away from home this long? Hurry up and get home now! I can't deal with your crap any longer, woman!
Who are you calling woman like that? I want to know why the heck you're talking to me like that and what for. Do you not have any idea what you're asking for by talking to me with that attitude? What do you want?
I'm telling you to stop your trip overseas and come back! You think you can just get away with not cooking for me because you have a business trip to go on? It's almost been 2 weeks of you now dodging me! Are you fine with me divorcing you?
What? Why are you saying all that now? Are you trying to threaten me again?
I'm not just threatening you. I'm being very serious about leaving you. This is me demanding that you come home now! Are you going to ignore your husband's demand?
Wait, what the hell do you think you're doing?
I'm trying to make it clear to you that if you don't come back to me and make my dinner, I'm going to throw you onto the streets. You can't just run away for a few weeks and leave your husband at home with nothing to eat, can you? I don't ever remember saying that was okay for you to do. If it was going to be this long, I would have explained all of this to you before you left. Come back to the States, right now! You're getting the choice of either a divorce or leaving your job. Choose, now!
Do you not see how crazy a situation you've created for yourself? I have no reason to be listening to you. But you think I'll come back for you? You're a frickin' idiot, man.
What did you just say to me? You think it's okay to start calling me an idiot now, do ya? If I'm not around for you anymore, you won't be able to do a thing on your own. Who's been the one that's put this roof over our heads and food to eat?
And that's obviously been you, right?
Are you saying you're not thankful for all I've given?
Why would I be thankful for you? You seem to be at the point now that you've become so insane that you don't even know what you're saying anymore. Why would I need to be thankful to you, Bryce?
Do you think it's okay to make me this pissed off right now? I won't forgive you for this one. I am your husband, and you've just gone and pushed me to my limits.
My husband? You are very wrong about that.
Huh? You're that much of a piece of garbage that you can't even call me your husband anymore? If you take one more step further, I don't think I'll be able to hold myself back anymore. I'm going to divorce you.
Huh?
You think a wife that leaves her husband to go overseas and is never around to do her chores can just talk to me like that? If you don't get on a plane right now and come home to make me dinner, I'm divorcing you!
But we divorced last month, right?
Huh?
What the hell have you been saying this whole time? I told you last month that we had gotten divorced. We've been divorced for weeks now, so why are you coming at me saying that you're still my husband and have demands for me?
What are you saying? We're divorced? Don't talk to me about such nonsense! Since when did we ever get a divorce, Anna? I'm tired of you always getting this confused.
What am I confused about exactly? I already handed in our divorce paperwork a while back, and so I assumed we've been divorced since then. And I made sure to tell you all that last month when it happened.
You were being serious about all of that?
Why would I have ever been joking back then about that? There wouldn't have been anything in it for me if I'd done so.
Huh? That we're divorced? Huh? What's going on? When? How did you end up doing that without me ever noticing?
You said you'd filled out all the paperwork yourself, right?
So then you used that?
Of course I did. You had flaunted the fact that you'd filled out all your parts and everything, and so I took it and handed it in last month. So why are you talking to me about this now? We haven't been together now for a month, so why are you coming back to me now?
I never knew that you and I had gotten divorced. I just thought that you had left the house to go on a business trip.
Well, I'm not on a business trip right now.
Huh? What do you mean you're not on a business trip?
Well, I assumed that since you and I are nothing now and that you're just a stranger to me, I had no reason to tell you where I was going. I'm not on some business trip. Rather, I went and changed my career and I'm now working for a company outside the US. So I'm not going to be coming back there to be home anytime soon.
Huh? You're living overseas now then? Since when did you think you could just do all of that without letting me know at least? Why didn't you at least say that before you left? You know that I would have never let you go without my permission!
I'll tell you one last time. We are divorced now, you and I. So why would it make it necessary to have to come check in with you before making my own choices? We have never been that close to each other, especially now.
You say that like we were never even married. You were my wife, right?
But when I handed in that divorce paperwork, we went right back to being strangers. You were the one that kept asking for it, so I went and played along. Why would you think that I'd never hand the papers in?
You're asking me why? Because I never assumed you'd hand them in.
Come on. Did you really let yourself believe that without you, I'd never be able to make it on my own? Well, if you still believe that, take a good look at me now. Whose house do you think you're living in right now?
Huh? What do you mean?
Wait, have you already left the place then? You knew that the house we were in was the house I took a loan out on to afford, so it was under my name.
What does that even mean? Huh? Is that right?
So you never even realized that either. Funny, since you had always made it seem like you put that roof over our heads. I at least hope you could have done some chores or something without me. The person that's been able to live with the help of others has been you, not me. So I'm wondering, why are you in someone else's house?
What do you mean by someone else's house? This is our house, right?
You're still wrong. You've been living in someone else's house ever since you and I got divorced. I didn't really care since I had moved away, but I plan to have that place sold very soon.
Huh? You're selling it?
I told you that after the divorce, right? That you needed to leave?
I just thought that everything you said to me back then was you trying to continue our fight or something.
Well, at this point, I don't have any plans to fight anymore. I had already told my realtor that the house would be going up for sale, and that's why I just thought I'd mention it to you. Anyway, before I called the police on you for trespassing, get out of that house. You had planned to have me tossed on the streets after a divorce, but how does it feel now to be told to leave my house?
I can't believe this. Are you really okay with what's all happening right now? I can't believe you've been planning on throwing me out.
Even if you can't believe it, they're all just the facts, so hurry yourself up and get a move on. I plan to come back for a little bit to help with the selling of the house, and I don't want you around while I'm there. And actually, why are you still there?
Huh? You're selling it? Why, Anna? This place was also my house. Even if you tell me to leave this place now, I can't just do it in a day.
Come on now. You've been the one planning this for a while now, right? Whenever I did something you didn't like, you used divorce as a way of threatening me. And even after telling you over and over again to stop, you keep coming at me with that horrible attitude of yours. You never even learned to change the way you acted out towards me, and so this is the price you get to pay. I'm so happy you decided to fill out a lot of that divorce paperwork because it made my decision a whole lot easier.
You're kidding, right? Does this mean you've always wanted to divorce me? Why, though? You'll never be able to find as good of a husband as me!
What? A good husband? What part of you is good?
What the?
If you're referring to all the plates you'd leave behind after eating and the rare occasions that you come around and make a meal for us, I think you're very wrong for making that seem like you were a good husband.
Huh? I was?
On top of that, your hateful attitude towards me that you'd have every day and the fact that you always tried to look down on me really showed me how terrible of a husband you were. Do you understand what I mean? It was impossible for me to be around you, especially when you got all worked up. But we're divorced now, so I don't really care if you understand me or not. So, why have you still not left the house after getting divorced?
You're asking me why?
So you really did not think we were divorced.
Anna, this isn't good. Can you please stop trying to mess with me? I didn't know anything about you selfishly handing in those documents without me. And asking me to leave all of a sudden is not going to sit well with me.
Huh? Do you not see who's messing around right now still?
Huh?
This is all what you deserve after treating your kind wife so horrible after she told you to lay off of her so many times. If you'd wanted to have someone around the house to do the chores all the time, you should have hired a maid or something like that. Well, if you're not even able to pay for the house you're sitting in right now, you probably never had the money to hire your own maid.
I don't want to leave. We're family, and we should be living together. Moving overseas without ever telling me, that's not the right thing to do right now. Can you please come back? If I don't have you with me, I'll be the one getting screwed.
You've changed so much from the man you were before that I can't help myself from laughing. Well, I'm so sorry, but I'm doing great without you. Actually, this is the best I've ever felt in such a long time, so I want you to stay away. Now hurry up and leave my house. You should be able to clean up by yourself by now. You're 36 years old, for God's sake.
My age has nothing to do with that. Please don't throw me away already. If I don't have you anymore, I'm going to have nowhere to live. I won't be able to survive. Don't throw me away.
Who was the one that made a fuss about me not being able to cook for you every day and that you'd throw me away for it?
Did I really say that?
If you can't seem to remember that, then go back 1 month in the text history and you'll be able to read everything. I'm getting tired of having to sit here and baby you right now. Well, I have a new life to make for myself over here now. Go on and enjoy your new life as a moneyless and worthless man already. In the end, Anna moved on and ignored anything else Bryce said to her. And after, it seems that Bryce was finally kicked out of her house. He had lost his house now and had no family to move in with. But since this is the life he asked for, there's no chance of anyone being around to help him back up. His mental health began to take a decline, and soon he couldn't make it into work as much, and so he soon lost his job as well. On the other hand, Anna's doing great with her new career, and she was finally able to make her dream come true of working and living in another country. And deep down, she's very happy for divorcing Bryce and making good use of herself. I guess the way he treated her really did seem to help her out after all.
Apparently my dad hasn't got long left to live. I don't have the time to visit, so go take a look at him in the hospital tonight and tell me what the doctors say. He's being discharged next week and we're gonna have to stay with him until he kicks it. Clear out the room in my parents' house before then. We'll sleep there.
What? This is all really sudden. What? Is he okay? Why is he at the hospital? Did he collapse? What do you mean he hasn't got long left?
I don't know and don't care. It just means that he's going to die soon. I didn't think that it would happen this soon, so...
Yeah, you must be really shocked. Are you okay?
Shocked? About what?
Your dad must be in a really serious condition if he's been admitted to the hospital so suddenly. It must be tough knowing you don't have much time left with him.
Why would I be in shock about that? I've been waiting for this. If anything, I'm over the moon. It's finally my time.
What? Is this some kind of joke, Liam?
My dad's company. It's finally mine. I bet he's been hiding a massive fortune from me and my mom all these years. He's a real Scrooge, that old man. He's never told us how much he has, and he never gave us money when we said we wanted to buy something. I deserve to inherit everything he has after being so patient. He has the money to let us live in luxury, but he's so cheap. He refuses to give me and my mom anything we want. It's not fair. I'm entitled to that money. He doesn't know how hard I've worked in this company for him.
I'm sorry, what are you talking about? Your dad's in the hospital and you're already talking about your inheritance? What's wrong with you?
Yeah, so what if I am? It's owed to me. I just spoke with my mom, and she says that his condition isn't likely to get any better. He's going to be bedridden, which means he's already got one foot in the grave. There's no better time to talk about my inheritance. Plus, my mom's going to have a hard time taking care of him by herself, and she says that it's a waste of money getting a nurse to take care of him or putting him in a home. So you'll have to do the caretaking. You're my wife, so you can't argue back. Don't expect to get any money out of him either. That money is mine.
What are you talking about?
From now on, you're in charge of taking care of my dad. I'm too busy with work, and your job isn't as important, so you can easily quit. You don't have the right to complain, since I'm going to be rich when I get my inheritance. You should consider yourself lucky for marrying me.
Excuse me? My career is just as important as yours. I can't take care of your dad. You say that you're going to be rich, but as it stands, we're each paying half of the rent and the bills because we're both working.
So what? My dad's the CEO of his company. Once I inherit everything, there's no need for you to work. I can pay everything myself. Lucky you. You're going to be a CEO's wife, and you can stick to being a housewife instead of wasting your time going to work. you're going to have an easy time just staying at home, doing the dishes and cleaning and stuff. What's so hard about that? You should be happy to at least help out with taking care of my dad.
Is that why you suddenly decided we're going to live with your parents? To make yourself look better? So that he wouldn't have any reason to change his mind about passing his company on to you? Even though I'm the one that's going to have to take care of him? You're kidding, right? I don't want to have to do something that troublesome.
What? You can't say that. He's my dad.
Then why don't you take care of him yourself? I'm sure he would be happier if you were with him.
No way, I have work and other stuff. I don't want to deal with an old man like him.
I have work to do. Why do you get to prioritize your job? And what do you mean, and other stuff? What could be more important than taking care of your own dad in his final moments? It's not like you're busy with the housework, because I do all the cooking, cleaning, and the laundry before and after work and on my days off. You make it sound like cleaning is really easy and simple, but it's actually really tiring and time-consuming to keep a house in the condition you always enjoy it in. If anything, you have plenty of free time to take care of your dad yourself.
You're the wife. It's easier for you to quit work, and you married into this family. So you should be happy to sacrifice your job for my sake. It's more worthwhile if I keep my job, since I'm going to be inheriting the position of CEO in a matter of weeks, maybe even days if we're lucky.
I can't believe you actually think that. I'm enjoying my job. I don't want to quit. I'm not sacrificing it for anything or anyone. Can't you respect that?
Respect? Why should I? You're my wife. You're supposed to be supporting me. There's no reason for you to keep your job if we're going to be rich. My mom agrees that that's what we should do, so there's no point arguing about this any further. My mom says that women should be more selfless and give up their job if that's what's necessary for the family. And she's never wrong, so we're going to do what she says.
It's great that you have so much faith in your mom, but you're completely ignoring my opinion. What about what I want to do? We should be working towards finding a solution that suits both of us together, not just forcing an unwanted situation on the other. I need more time to think about this, so I'm gonna go see how your dad is. We can talk later.
My mom and I are going on a trip to a hot spring. I'm leaving my dad to you, so make sure you take care of him properly.
What? Are you going to leave me to deal with everything by myself? What about your dad?
I don't know and don't care. Figure something out.
Huh? What do you mean you don't care?
It's your job to take care of him, not mine. I don't care what you do, as long as you don't hire a nurse or a helper. It's a waste of money. His condition stabilized ever since he collapsed, but there's no telling when it'll be his last day on Earth. So, let me know if he finally kicks it. That's the only report I need, so don't disturb us.
You're seriously going on holiday with your mom? Your dad's bedridden. Don't you want to spend more time with him before he passes? He can't talk so much, but I'm sure he can still hear you. Try talking to him. Where have you been these past few days? You haven't come back at all. I need some time to relax myself, you know? What have you been doing while I've been busy taking care of your dad and doing all the housework?
That's none of your business. I'm free to do whatever I like, whenever I like. I'm a future CEO. Nobody can tell me what to do anymore.
Do you really think that being a CEO means it's okay for you to go and dump all of the stuff you don't want to do onto me? Owning a company doesn't make you any better. You only agreed to let him live with us because you want his company and his fortune, but you haven't even lifted a finger to actually do anything to show that you're worthy of inheriting everything he has.
Well, yeah, it's true I haven't done anything, but what's wrong with that? Why should I do anything when I have a wife to do it for me? All I need is my inheritance. I don't even have to be there when he dies.
I can't believe you. Does your mom really agree with that? Isn't it a little too heartless to decide to go on a holiday when her own husband is on his deathbed?
Of course she doesn't care either. If anything, She was the one that suggested that we go on the trip. She's happy that she's free of having to do the dirty work of helping my dad get changed, go to the toilet and wash him. We're going to be away for a few days so we can get a good rest. Take care of my dad. Oh, and make sure you keep us updated. That's if he gets worse, not if he gets better. I don't want to hear about him making some miraculous comeback to the company.
That's enough, Liam. How can you talk about your own father like that? I never knew you could say something so horrible. You're a terrible son. I've had enough of you and your mother. I knew you weren't perfect when we got married, but I should have realized that you were an asshole much earlier and saved myself the trouble.
I don't care what you think of me. You can insult me all you like, but the only thing that matters to me is that I get my money. I'm anticipating that a lot of money is going to come to me once I take over the company, so I think I'm going to let loose and splurge on this trip. Once I'm CEO, I won't have to worry about money anyways, so I might as well start enjoying the high life.
Oh yeah? While I stay at home cleaning and taking care of your sick dad? You've got some nerve saying that to me.
That's what a wife is for, right? Staying at home and taking care of the house and kids. My dad can't eat or change himself, so he's practically a baby. The only difference that he's a pretty big one. If you don't like it, you can just leave him there. That might even speed up the process for us, and we can blame you for abandoning him if anyone questions why he was alone. Keep that in mind if you do decide to disappear. That's going to be on your conscience, not mine.
That's enough.
Besides, you don't have anywhere to go, remember? You should be grateful that you've managed to marry a guy like me. With the power and the fortune I'll be gaining, you'll never have to work. The least you can do is take care of my dad until then. He's on his deathbed. You won't have to take care of him for that long. Anyway, I've got to get ready for my trip. I'll see you when I get back. Who's on their deathbed? Huh? I never imagined that my own son would say something so horrendous about me while I was so close to death. I'm disappointed. It bothered me that you and your mother were always whispering about something behind my back. But now I know that it was all about your inheritance and my company. Aren't you ashamed of yourself for making your wife take care of a sick, old man with no help? And not even a word of gratitude? Wait, who is this? This isn't Angela typing. Dad? Who else? Your mother's with you, isn't she? But why are you able to message? I thought you could barely speak, let alone raise your arms to type a message. You were supposed to be dying. What's going on? Well, you were out of the house doing God knows what. Angela was doing her best to take care of me. I made the miraculous comeback that you were dreading. Once I was able to move around more freely, Angela told me that you weren't home and explained everything that had happened. I found out the truth about you and your mother and your true intentions. Wait, you've got this all wrong. If you read the conversation we had until now, then you need to know something. Angela made me say all of that. We had an argument about something really stupid, and I said some really bad stuff about everyone that I honestly regret now. You shouldn't take any of it seriously. It looks bad, but it's not my fault. This is one big misunderstanding, I swear. Liam, do you really think that I'm stupid enough to fall for a pathetic lie like that? Thank goodness I found out about what you and your mother were really like before I passed. I would have turned in my grave if I had let you inherit my company and use my money for your stupid shopping sprees. Before that happens, I'm going to rewrite my will. What? You're going to change it? I'm going to leave everything to Angela. What? Are you out of your mind? Why would you give your company to a complete stranger? She's got nothing to do with the company. You let that complete stranger nurse me back to health. What? It's not like she had anything to do with your recovery. She's only been taking care of you for 1 week. You can't just decide that all of a sudden. What are me and Mom going to do? Are you just going to leave us with nothing? I don't have any money to give to a son and wife that were looking forward to me dying. You didn't even think to spend more time with me. You're out on holiday, I hear. I was planning on giving the company to your little brother, but all of my money is going to Angela for being a wonderful nurse. She's worked extremely hard to keep on top of the housework while spending as much time with me, reading to me, and talking to me. She deserves everything I can give her. What? What are you talking about? What do you mean? You're planning on giving the company to Leon? You were never gonna give me the position as CEO in the first place? Even though I'm the eldest? You don't have what it takes to run a company. The only reason why you even have a job is because you have the same last name as me. You never earned anything for yourself. On top of that, you used your connection to me to influence the people around you and never worked a day in your life. I hear that you've been sitting at your desk, twiddling your thumbs while some other office worker works overtime to finish your work. You haven't done anything to deserve the position of CEO. That's not true. Who told you that? They're lying. They're just trying to turn you against me. You don't even deserve to have a woman like Angela as your wife. She's much too good for you, too generous and too kind. She's wasted on a selfish man like you. What you've done is unforgivable. What are you talking about? You've got to forgive me. No, wait, I haven't even done anything that needs forgiving. Believe me. This is all part of Angela's plan. She's been after your money ever since she married me. She's turning you against me so that she'll get everything. Enough. I'm not interested in your lies, Liam. As long as I'm alive, you're not getting anything. And I'm going to make sure that you can't inherit anything even after I'm gone. You're not welcome in my company or in my home. Don't you dare show your face to me ever again. Don't say that, Dad! I'm your favorite son! Please, wait!
That's what you get.
Huh?
You seem pretty flustered after being lectured and practically disowned by your dad. How pathetic.
Angela? This isn't funny. Why did this happen? Why did you show my dad the conversation we had?
Your dad's been up and around for the past 2 days and his condition has improved a lot since he woke up. We've had time to talk about a lot of things since you've been out, and I still have time off of work.
Seriously? Why didn't you tell me he was up? You tricked me!
I never tricked you. You told me that you didn't want to hear about him getting better, so I didn't mention it. But I suggested that you come back and be with him, remember? I didn't have anyone else to talk to about how you had completely left me to deal with everything by myself. And I've been stressing about a lot of other things besides this incident, so I told him everything. He was happy to give me advice on what I should do with you. Now he knows everything. You're finished, and you only have yourself to blame.
This isn't funny, Angela. Do you understand what you've done? You've ruined your husband's life.
Oh, what are you so upset about?
Why wouldn't I be upset? I'm going to lose my job, my company, my money, all because of you. Stop Dad before he seriously changes the will.
Whose money? Didn't you understand your dad? You don't have any right to it.
Listen to me. I'm your husband.
I don't have any obligation to listen to anything you say, whether you're my husband or not. You may not be able to tell, but I'm pretty pissed off myself.
What? Why would you be pissed off?
You're an idiot if you don't understand why, and you don't have any right to be angry with me. Your dad is furious, and with good reason. He's made his decision based on the way you treated him and he treated me. You don't have any right to change his mind. You can try all you like to make it my fault, but you can't escape the fact that you caused this yourself. If you have a problem with that, why don't you try and make an argument, because I'll shoot it down.
Wait a minute. Why are you so angry? I'm the one that should be angry right now.
Of course I'd be angry! You were trying to go on holiday, fully aware that your dad was in bad condition, hoping that you'd get news that he had passed away while you were gone. You're the worst! Not only that, I have proof of the affairs you've had, and I've passed the evidence on to your dad for him to look at.
Affairs? What are you talking about? I haven't had any affairs.
I've been thinking about filing for a divorce for a long time. I just didn't know when would be the best timing. But it looks like there's no need to think it over anymore. If anything, thanks for giving me the opportunity to break it off.
What? You are thinking about divorce? Since when? Why would you want divorce? Don't you understand that you're a lucky woman for being with me? I'm the CEO's son. What else could you possibly want?
It's taken a while, but I can finally see you for who you really are. I can see that you're not the man that you made yourself out to be when we were dating. Living with you and being married to you has shown me how selfish, lazy, unreliable, and dependent you are. I haven't been living with a husband, I've been living with a big baby. And because of how horrible your behavior has been, your dad's even offered to pay for my lawyer to make sure that I have the advantage in court.
What? Why would he support you? I'm his son. He should be defending me, not backing you up. What the hell did you say to him to turn him against me?
I told him everything. Unlike you, your dad's a good person. He told me that I was just being taken advantage of and that there was no need for me to endure your treatment any longer. And from now on, your dad's going to receive the care he deserves from a home for the elderly, without anyone telling him that he's a waste of money. I'm happy to help him out if he ever needs anything, but keep in mind that I'm not interested in keeping in touch with you. Once we're divorced, we're over.
It's your fault that I'm not going to be CEO and that I'm going to lose my job and you're running away? That's not funny, Angela. You can't run away from me. That's not fair. You should suffer just as much as me.
I'm going to leave your parents' house, but don't even think about coming back to our place. I'm going to live there alone.
What? I thought you already returned our keys to the landlord.
No, I haven't given the landlord notice. I was already planning to ask for a divorce, so I decided that it would be a waste to give the apartment up. But I've already changed the keys, so there's no point trying to get back in. Your stuff is all here at your parents' anyways, so you don't have any reason to go back. If you try and force your way in, I won't have any choice but to call the police and report you for trespassing.
Are you being serious? You really want to get divorced?
Of course I do. I'm very sure that it's for the best.
Don't come crying to me when the divorce is over and you can't get any of the inheritance Dad promised you. Come on, I'll forgive you for threatening to divorce me, so let's work together to get my dad to give us his money.
No, thank you. Your dad's already worked on a way to leave me his money even if I'm not married to you. I told him that I didn't need anything and that all I want is to get a divorce, but he was insistent that I receive something for taking care of him.
What do you mean? He's already found a way to leave you his money? It's better if we stay together, don't you think?
You just want to stay together so that you can enjoy the inheritance I will receive from your dad. Well, we knew that you might start saying stuff like that, and might even refuse to sign the divorce papers, so we've already hired a successful lawyer to cover our case. She's the best divorce lawyer, so you won't even stand a chance.
You've already prepared that much?
Your dad was saying that he's planning on divorcing your mother, too. You're not only going to lose your job and your inheritance, you're both going to lose your spouses and your homes. You can become homeless for all I care. You both deserve what's coming to you.
What? He's going to divorce Mom? Why?
Apparently, your mom was cheating on him, too. She didn't even bother to hide it. She took advantage of him being bedridden and brought her partners into their home. Like mother, like son, I guess. You should both take this chance to reflect on what you've done and learn to respect other people before you remarry. That's if anyone is willing to.
Mom was cheating on Dad? I never heard anything about that. Is he really going to divorce her?
You should be more worried about yourself. The only reason you had a job was because your dad gave you that position. But now he knows everything. You're not going to be able to work for his company anymore. You're not even going to inherit anything. You're not going to be able to live the high life like you hoped you would.
Angela, wait. Think about this. I never imagined that things would turn out like this. I didn't mean for any of this to happen. I just got ahead of myself when I heard the news about my dad. Come on, Let's stay together and help each other out. I need you, Angela. I can't live without you. Please, you can't leave me.
Oh, really? I can live happily without you. If anything, you need to learn to do the housework yourself for once. There's no way I'm living with you ever again.
You're seriously abandoning me?
You're the one that pushed me to make this decision. If you wanted me to stay, you should have been more caring and more willing to think about my needs as well as yours. The more you beg, the more pathetic you look, so I wouldn't suggest pushing the issue any further. Anyway, I hope you'll enjoy your fancy trip to the hot springs with your mom. You should make the most of it, since you'll be experiencing hell when you get back here. I can't wait to get justice for everything. I had to suffer while I was with you. See you in a few days' time. In the end, Angela cooperated with her father-in-law to fight both Liam and his mother in court. Apparently, Liam continued to beg her to change her mind even after he returned from his trip, but Angela ignored him until the papers were signed and filed. After the divorce was done, she only told him that she never wanted to see him again and refused to talk about the inheritance. Her father-in-law had returned to full health in a matter of days, making it pointless to talk about the inheritance. Angela's mother-in-law had no choice but to accept the terms of the divorce and was kicked out of their home. Liam lost his job, and because he believed that he would inherit his father's fortune, he had never saved any money. He was without a job and a home, and was going to have to live hand-to-mouth for a while. He's still paying the compensation he owes to Angela while living with his mother in a shabby apartment, working day and night to earn enough to feed both himself and his mother. As for Liam's mother, the shock of getting divorced and losing the lifestyle she had enjoyed for decades caused her to become a shut-in, and she had started showing signs of dementia. Liam had to take care of her himself since he didn't have enough money to put her in a home, and finally realized how much trouble he had caused Angela by forcing her to take care of his father. Both of them had finally gotten what they deserved.